So I just got a used Tesla 2021 Model Y long range. It's an awesome car. I'm gonna be doing more content about that coming up, so smash that like button and subscribe below. But in this video, I wanted to talk about how I got the car, how much it costs, just kind of the whole story, why I even got it in the first place. So let's get into it. How's it going, y'all? It is Ben Aqua, like the color. So in this first video of 2022, I thought I would do kind of a story time type of video because I recently bought a Tesla Model Y long range and it is absolutely beautiful. It's such an awesome car. It's my first electric vehicle, and I recently posted a kind of first impressions video about the Tesla Model Y long range. I'll link to that below, and I got some comments from y'all just asking me how much it costs, how did I get it, how did I find it? Because during COVID, there's been this huge chip shortage, which has led to all kinds of production chaos when it comes to producing new cars and other types of technology, which has led to the used car market just being absolutely weird right now. Like basically you're paying more for a used car than you are for a new car because there's not almost any new cars in stock. You have to be like super lucky just to be able to find one. So first of all, why I wanted to get the Tesla Model Y in general was because, you know, it's an electric car. I wanted an electric vehicle. I want to put less strain on the environment. I don't want to pay for gas. Gas is getting expensive. I also think the Teslas are just awesome, beautiful cars. I think they're just aesthetically interesting. And I've been salivating over, you know, getting a Tesla for a really long time. Every time I saw one on the road, I was just like, oh God, I want that. And the car that I was driving before the Tesla Model Y was the RAV4 Hybrid 2020 Limited from Toyota, which is an awesome car. You know, it's a gas-powered hybrid, got really good mileage for what it was. Not a perfect car by any means, but I had that model for about half a year before I ended up trading that in for the Tesla Model Y. The Tesla Model Y is my first electric vehicle, so I'm just kind of adjusting my life towards the electric vehicle kind of lifestyle. Like, how do you charge it? You know, do I charge it at home? Do I charge it in public? You know, all that stuff, I'm figuring that out right now, and it's a lot of fun. I'm having so much fun with it, and the Model Y has been really amazing. Not a perfect car, but it's been really amazing so far, and I'm totally enjoying the experience. So how did I even find the Tesla Model Y, even a used version of it, during the pandemic when all these vehicles are nowhere to be found and people are like clawing each other just to find a used vehicle? And then they'll actually pay more for a used vehicle versus a new vehicle, which still blows my mind. That's actually what I ended up doing. So basically I just set a bunch of notifications, like alerts, on different websites like cargurus, Carmax, Carvana, these websites that are constantly spewing out all new information about used cars and new cars. Just buying even a used car right now, like I said, is so competitive where even just finding one available was kind of a task. I found this Model Y through Carmax through one of those alerts that said, hey, we have a Tesla Model Y near you. You want to come check it out? So I ended up driving about 70 miles from Austin to San Antonio. It was a bit of a risk, you know, like, you know, driving all that distance for a car I might not even get. However, when I got there, I saw the Model Y. It was just like right outside of Carmax. I couldn't get to it initially because there were so many people there just kind of waiting, but I finally got to test drive this Model Y, and y'all, it absolutely blew me away. And by the way, the listing price for this Model Y from 2021 long range with about 18.5 thousand miles driven on it already, it was listed on the Carmax website for about $61,000, and that's before taxes, before fees, which is a little high considering you can get a new Model Y from the Tesla website long range for I think around $58,990, I believe, plus taxes and fees and stuff like that. So this used 2021 Tesla Model Y with 18.5 thousand miles was more expensive than a new model on the Tesla website, of which there aren't any currently on the market. Like, you have to put in your order and you might get it in November of 2022, which is almost a year away. I'm a little bit of an impatient person around certain things. You know, I don't like waiting in lines and that kind of thing. So I was like, you know, I can put in the order, or I can just try out this Tesla Model Y in San Antonio, which is already available. It's used, but it's in really good condition. So anyway, I'm sitting there in the Tesla Model Y, just kind of checking out the screen, testing out the seats, you know, just looking around for damage, you know, just all the things that we're supposed to look for when you're getting a Tesla, because Tesla is weirdly known for not having the best quality when it comes to the build quality, you know, just misaligned panels and stuff like that. But I walked around this Tesla and I was just checking out all the little things, and it actually seemed like it was in really good condition. So whoever had this Tesla before me absolutely took care of it. I am super grateful to whoever that was. The screen was in good condition. The seats looked really awesome. There were no rips or tears or even just scratches almost on any surface in the entire car. Anyway, I'm test driving this thing and I'm just like, oh my gosh, the Model Y, this is the size that I want. The price is decent. The weird thing was that the price was actually pretty competitive compared to other Model Y long range 2021s that I was seeing for like almost $70,000 with no upgrades, no full self-driving, any of that kind of stuff. So weirdly, $61,000 for a used model is actually a pretty good deal right now. So I test drive this Model Y. I am getting super excited and I have this RAV4 Hybrid, you know, just sitting over there crying, and I was like, oh, I feel like I'm cheating on my car. But the Model Y totally seduced me. It totally worked. Damn it, Tesla. And I wanted to get it. So I sat down with the Carmax employees and I was like, look, this is a really awesome car. I have this RAV4 Hybrid. What can you do for me? So one of the crazy things about this experience was the trade-in value because of the shortage of vehicles, even used vehicles right now, for the RAV4 Hybrid. Even the 2020 model that had like 27,000 miles driven on it, I got a better trade-in value for the RAV4 Hybrid than I actually paid for the RAV4 Hybrid about half a year ago. And I ended up making almost $3,000 on the RAV4 Hybrid, a used RAV4 Hybrid that I only had for about 6 months, which kind of blows my mind. Under normal circumstances, there's no way I would have gotten that much money for a used car, but we're not in normal, circumstances right now. So CarMax gave me a really good trade-in value, but I did have to kind of fight for it a little bit. And just a little tip, you can't actually kind of haggle for a price at CarMax. Like they're kind of like buying a car from Amazon or something where you just pay whatever fee is on their website, and you can't be like, it's listed at $61,000, but I think I only want to give you 50. Like you can't really do that at CarMax as far as I know. But how I was able to actually shave off a little bit more money from the Model Y was on the trade-in value. You can actually go on the CarMax website and then you put in your car information and they'll actually give you a quoted price. And they gave me a pretty high quoted price on the website, but then when I took the car in, they tried to give me a lower price. So I whipped out my phone and I showed them the email and I was like, hey, the email actually said that I should be able to get about this amount for the car, which was about $2,000 more than CarMax was offering me. So they got that quote from the website, which had actually expired the day before I got to the CarMax, and I was like, hey, can you honor this price? Because if you can honor this price, that'll shave off a couple $1,000s for me on the price of the Tesla. It was totally fine. They ended up giving me and honoring that extra $2,000 for the trade-in. So it was a little bit like haggling, but I didn't have to, be gross or rude or anything about it. So after all is said and done when it comes to the taxes and fees, the car was listed at about $61,000 for the Model Y, and I ended up actually paying about $61,000, including the taxes and fees, because there was some kind of calculation that CarMax did with the trade-in where, the extra fee that I got for the trade-in, they actually were able to apply that towards the taxes and fees or do something kind of magic in their finances. And basically, I ended up walking out with the Tesla Model Y long-range 2021 used car for about $61,000 after taxes and fees. So yeah, that is more than a new Tesla if you bought it off of the website, but you know what? It was in stock. I'm impatient. I wanted it now. It's a really awesome car, and it just really excited me. I wanted to kind of just live in that moment and just kind of take a risk. And I have been loving the Tesla Model Y so far after about a week of driving it. I mean, it's just kind of like a dream car, honestly. I'm not using any gas, which is the #1 thing that I love about it. It just feels like I can kind of joyride and just drive around without that kind of guilt of being like, oh my God, I'm just polluting the environment. The screen is really cool. The infotainment system is really cool. Not having all the buttons and the knobs and that kind of minimal design of the Tesla Model Y is absolutely beautiful. It is a bumpy ride though. It does not have CarPlay. It kind of hugs the road, which is kind of cool in some ways, but it's also like you feel every little imperfection in the road, which kind of sucks sometimes. But overall, I am really loving the Model Y so far, and I don't really have any regrets about trading in the RAV4 Hybrid for the Model Y. It's definitely a huge adjustment coming from a gas-powered car. Like, how do you charge this thing? How do you even just start the car? I couldn't even figure out how to get off the lot when I first got into Tesla, but I love the app integration, how you can remotely control the car from your phone. It's just a really cool implementation of all kinds of cool tech, and it really feels like this is is the future. This is the future trajectory of cars right now. It's kind of crazy to me how fast the RAV4 Hybrid just felt like driving a Flintstones car compared to the Tesla Model Y as soon as I sat down in the seat of the Model Y, which by the way is absolutely comfortable as hell. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Be sure to tap that like button. That really means a lot to me. It helps me out in the algorithm, and also subscribe down below if you're not already. Happy 2022. It's really awesome to see y'all again. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you're having an awesome 2022 so far and your year continues to be everything you want it to be, and I will see you in the next video.